There we go. Are we? I believe so. Beloved and holy friends, it is a dear pleasure having you here again for this live stream. After and my internet connection did not figuring that out here. I do see it's pretty choppy. No longer letting me know that I have a weak network connection and I can see myself seeing myself. This shall be fine. We have a cat in the frame too. That's different here. Love is true. I'm gonna take a moment to meditate, to melt into 5 minutes and 50, to be present with whatever experience is right now for us. Just find ourselves. Hey, River Coon. The River Coon. Why does that feel so familiar? Almost like he's a wise friend of this space. River Coon, sending your blessings, bro. Jovan and Nancy here too. Settling in for some meditation. I might even settle in for some more. Today's stream topic is about how, at the end of the day, we might only have dance and laughter left as things that they can't take from us. Right? Yeah. Today's consideration is about laughter primarily and also dance. Thinking about this experience, as Terence McKenna has aptly said, as a cosmic giggle, that it's all so ridiculous that it ought to be funny. It ought to be something we laugh at instead of being bogged down by. Maybe you can give us some context, a humorous couple of examples of this cosmic giggle that we're in and the experience we find ourselves with. Yeah, it's our Jaja-kun and Manchi friend. Yeah, I can feel it. River Coon. River Coon is a sick name, dude. Jeeps. My brain is expand. Yes. So much expandioso. Is this helping? It just feels like there's like tension. Trying to eat me from the side. It unironically it's affecting my eyes a little bit. Monday we're getting X-rays done, and then the wait list is May to actually get it removed from the person with the person. So a timeline has been set. It's going to happen. Nancy, Jovan, Melty, everyone, big old lovins. Big old lovins to you. A little bit of dancing every day. It does help. You see, love that. Thank you, Nancy, for adding that. The cosmic giggle is a reminder that in the grand scheme of things, billions of years of stars colliding, evolution, randomness, we're all part of a hilarious, intricate dance. Imagine the universe as a massive dance hall where galaxies swirl in clumsy waltz. One moment a star born, the next it tumbles into a black hole like it's stripping into a cosmic like it's stripping on cosmic banana peels. I should read this with humor. I did ask it to be a little bit humorous with it. But my brain is like, task, tell Melt we're in pain. And I'm like, I know. I know. I already tried. You need to give me a second. Warning. Pain detected. I know. I know. I say. Jovan sending me healing energies. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Manifestations, manifest testing. Now, with the giggles in mind, we're going to try and read this again. You see, the cosmic giggle is a reminder that in the grand scheme of things, billions of years of stars colliding, evolution, and randomness, we're part of a hilarious, intricate dance. Imagine the universe as a massive dancing hall where galaxies swirl in a clumsy waltz. One moment a star is born, the next it tumbles into a black hole like it's tripping on cosmic banana peels. That absurdity, that incongruous beauty of chaos is really the universe's way of giving us a nudge. Hey, lighten up. This is all a cosmic giggle. Consider evolution from stardust to sentiment being capable of self reflection and laughter. It's as if the universe set up a cosmic joke with us as the punchline. The idea is that our struggles, our triumphs, our mishaps All are part of a grand playful design, an ongoing cosmic dance where even our missteps add to the humor. When you spill your coffee on a hectic morning or trip over the same clumsy, spontaneous moments of galaxies swirling through the space, it's absurd, it's ridiculous, and if you can laugh at it, you're dancing along with the cosmos, not fighting it. In essence, by embracing the cosmic giggle, we choose to see life not as burdensome in a series of events, but as playful, ever evolving dance. One where laughter is both the soundtrack and the secret to finding our balance. So, next time, if life feels overwhelmingly serious, remember the universe itself might just be winking at you, inviting you to join in on the dance. To have a laugh, a little bit. Existing on planet Earth. So stark the amount of experiences we can have. Right, I'm still just as much the same person. Not much has changed. Right, weirdly enough, on a relative level, if anything had changed, it changed on a literal millimeter by millimeter level. Right, like my tooth's root might be moving a millimeter to one side or another, or it might be whatever, growing a millimeter upwards. But that single millimeter of change, right? And a millimeter is an eighth of an inch. It's a fraction. It's a fraction. A millimeter is a fraction of a freaking centimeter. It's a tenth of a centimeter. So it's a very small unit of measurement. And that small little adjustment, just like little wee bit, has me all messed up, y'all. Has me feeling things. I'm going down my own rabbit holes right now. It's like I'm having a dance with my mind. As I was meditating, questions came up in my mind, and I'm having these questions answered. But I do not want to vocalize them because they might not serve you necessarily. Not even serve me. Okay. I feel I took enough time, interestingly enough, for my body to metabolize and for things to have changed. Because I feel a little bit better by now. I'm still a pretty woozies state, but I'm here. Hugs and shiny fruit. I can't stay. Oh, bro, just as I give you more of my attention. Contoons. Look at it, bro. We have River Coon and Contoons. It's nice having you, bro. I appreciate you for joining us, for spending the time you did. Loving day to you and your worlds. Blessings. Follow us and lead us just the same when we choose to live. Bye. Sending you blessings on your way as well, Connor. Yeah. Today's stream topic is about the cosmic giggle and goodness. It's hard to laugh at it sometimes. It's a little bit hard to laugh at it sometimes, especially if you look at the stuff that's been going on in our world. We have to have some level of seriousness, we think. This is a serious situation. I need to put my serious face on. Is anything serious? Like national security, probably. But very few of us have to deal with that, admittedly. I haven't really had to deal with too much national security in my life. When I'm in this state, I can still feel almost like parts of me screaming. It's like the pain is like a scream that's happening around here, and the screaming is numbing, slowly but surely. Right, the volume of the screaming is being turned down a little bit, but it's almost like other parts of me, and specifically like my eyes and my brain and like the twitching part of you is like trying to relay the message that there's a part of me that's screaming. And then because that part of me that's screaming is not as loud, the parts of me that's trying to remind me of the screaming that's happening becomes more noticeable. River Coon and Contoon sound like a group of goofy vigilantes saving critters with giggles. I do like that show. River Coon and Contoons. They do sound like they could be just a couple of guys saving the world and stuff. I wonder which one is going to be the best. Does this one allow me to imagine images? Analyze image, create image. Nice, I can. Create an image of the river coon and contoons. Two vigilantes that show up in the world with the intention of saving other critters with giggles. Sometimes those critters might be animals, sometimes those critters might be people. The giggles always come in the relief that they're in a better space than they was. No. Okay, no. Let's see if we can get a Contoons, River Coon and Contoons imagination up and running. I haven't adjusted to the time change and I'm feeling wiped. Are you waking up earlier now? Is that what's happening? Technically for the streams? Or is it later? It might be earlier, right? Oh wow. This is actually kind of good. I mean, one of two of the fingers are missing. But this is kind of cool. I think Contoons and River Coon. It even got the raccoon, fractal. Like, and that was with like pretty minimal prompting. Like, that's relatively impressive. You can see there's a finger missing there, and this dude is also missing a finger there. But like for a proof of concept, for something to give you an idea, impress. And Contoons is even an animator as well, so the fact that it went for an animaty style, this feels very like comic book esque even. I like this. Could use some refinement, but Rivercoon and Contoons to rescue crits with giggles. It did get tried to the critter thing. Rescuing the crits with giggles. That was really good. I actually like that. Can you make the centering theme a little bit more around our two main characters? But I do like the character design that you've picked. I don't know if Connor is here right now, but I think you can keep him a little bunny rabbit. And you were spot on with Rivercoon being a raccoon. That's awesome. What I started, and I started work from home. Okay, lol, I like it, right? I feel you, Nancy. I'm happy that you're working from home at least, but it is, as you said, a difference, right? 10 minutes away is not far. It's still booting up, like, bro. I don't actually want to be working right now. Rivercoon and Contoons. It even's getting text right as well. I'm still having a hard time with fingers, huh? It's 8:20 ish now, but my body is still on 7:20 ish time. I feel you. Part of me erroneously thought that it should be better if it's later, but I guess it's not experientially. Nancy, my friend, I feel you on this. I even try to be proactive and adjust early. You're catching up. Whoa. This just got even better. Like, this is really good. You're ready for some? This is what. Now that's pretty. That's pretty good. That's like. That's impressive. I'm impressed. Fine. Fine artificial intelligence. You got me, bro. You got me. I'm impressed. I love how they represented the critters being saved by a little bit more basics as well. I don't know, he's probably not here anymore. He did mention that he's on his way, but I'm gonna send him an image of that. Yeah. Rivercoon and Contoons. I don't know how to spell vigilante. I'm learning. Vigilante? Contoons, vigilante. That's great, right? Like, this is unironically, like, the previous one was like, huh, that's kind of cool. Because it felt very, like, again, comic book esque. I was like, oh, neat. And then this one came out, and I'm like, oh, wow. I love it, right? And I'm like, oh, wow. That's pretty hardcore. And now we can, like, do stuff like, I'm going to upvote this one, go to response. I really like that. Keeping the style exactly as you just had it. Let's swap out our little bunny rabbit with a otter instead. Feel my friend is more otter-like than he is bunny rabbit-like. Let's see. This is the fun part for me about language model creativity. Is that it is you at the end of the day that sees the thing and comes to the conclusion of whether or not it's good, and you get to like steer that vehicle wherever it is you want it to go. Like really bad at keeping style consistent. Like absolutely hot garbage trash. However, every output I get is in its own right kind of good. I do like that, man. The days are getting longer too. I like that too. It's true. Taking the wins. I'll adjust. I'll bring. I like it being lighter, longer in the evening. It's true. The small wins. Mel, what app are you using for that? Being an otter instead of a rabbit. They made freaking River Coon Jacobo Bacco this time. Again, very good, right? But stylely, very differently. And I'm just using ChatGPT, Nancy. This is like their DALI engine. And this is technically the free account as well. Like I'm not even paying for ChatGPT right now, and I can make stuff like this. So. Oh, but I can't make more. You've reached your image creation limit. So that's it for me. It's a powerful tour. This tour be powerful. I really like what it was doing with that second style though. That was pretty hardo chorus. But I like the third one as well. The third one feels comic book esque as it relates to almost like Invincibles kind of style. Like they're still vigilantes, but they're more like superhero vigilantes. Yeah, technology. How about that? Jovan is creative enough to plant the idea in our minds that they're vigilantes, and then us accentuating that idea get us to see pretty things. Okay, thanks. Thank you for hearing. Thank you for listening. Thank you for showing up. It's time for me to finish this stream as well. Before I, this is what I made. I can happily say, no AI used. Not that there's something wrong with AI art, but it is a point of pride that I get to be very involved in the making of this art. I was gonna try and show you what the steps looked like, but alas. Alas, you can't have all the wins. One more time I'll show. This one's pretty cool, huh? What a bunch of rad little guys. Oh, yeah. The love is true. Cool melt. Thank you, Nancy. Happy you like it. Now, now it's time. Now it's time for me to read you the poem. And it's called We Grow Together. A lone tree in the middle of nowhere is lonely. We grow together. Step up. Let spirit into the sunlight where every heartbeat sparks a new beginning. Our bodies, like vibrant seedlings, push through soil with joyful resistance that shouts, I'm alive. We're a wild dance, of neurons firing, ideas racing like comets in midnight skies. Ever changing canvas reminding us we're inventing who we are with every step. Feel that surge? It's our emotions, rushing in unbridled and fierce, tears that water our inner gardens, laughter that spin into brilliant, unexpected joy. We build our character like architects of truth, chiseling away doubt with honest, daring hands. In every choice, in every stumble, we sculpt resilience and passion, transforming even our missteps into masterpieces. Look around. Our connections are electric. Hands joining, voices rising in a unified chorus. We share dreams, spark creativity, and cheer each other on through the wild, free ride of life. So come on, step into this moment with me. Let's shed the old, embrace the bold, and sprint forward together, laughing, learning, growing, until we look back breathless and bright eyed, realizing we've become the future we only dreamed of. We are becoming the future we're dreaming of, dear friends, actively, every day. Every day that you show up for what is true, for what is love, you get closer and closer to that future you've envisioned for yourself. It can be disheartening to envision the future for yourself and to feel like that future isn't going to come. Our future expects us to grow. And I am very, very lucky to be in the company of people that want to grow with me, that allow me, that help me to say, have, actually, the most revitalizing day. Everyone, you're so beloved, Melt, and all of you, oh so sincerely and magnificently and harmoniously, melodically, expressly, gracefully, rhythmically, synchronously, dynamically, lovingly, creatively, wholesome humanimal critter creatures finding time to laugh and dance. Bless. Thank you, Joe. John saying, I tuned in as soon as you started reading the poem, and I can tell you how much it resonates with my life. You're a beautiful poet and writer. John, it is a pleasure getting to share experiences that make you feel seen, that makes you feel like you're being resonated with. You want me to read it again? You want me to read it again, John? A part of me wants to read it again. I feel when I read it the second time, it's almost like it makes even more sense to me too. Right? And I do read them, of course, in my mind after they're done, but I'm more like reading it, and then reading, and then reading it, and then you're reading it, and I don't know if you know what I mean, but you probably do. And then when I'm sitting here with you, friends, I'm actually just like verbalizing it out into the world, and I'm figuring out which parts need more inflection and which parts need less. And doing that changes the whole meaning of the poem. So, just for you, John, with you in mind, one more time. Yeah, read it again. Yeah. We grow together. This one with even more gusto. Step up. Let spirit into the sunlight. I mean, I messed it up for a sentence. Let's start again. Let's step up. Let's sprint into the sunlight where every heartbeat sparks a new beginning. Our bodies, like vibrant seedlings, push through soil with a joyful resistance that shouts, I'm alive. We're wild, dances of neurons firing, ideas racing like comets in midnight sky, each thought a bold brushstroke on an ever-changing canvas, reminding us we're inventing who we are with every step. Feel that surge? It's our emotions, rushing in unbridled and fierce tears that water our inner gardens and laughter that spins us into brilliant, unexpected joys. We build our character like architects of truth, chiseling away doubt with honest, daring hands. In every choice, in every stumble, we sculpt resilience and passion, transforming even our missteps into masterpieces. Look around. Our connections are electric. Hands joining, voices rising in a unified chorus. We share dreams, spark creativity, and cheer each other on through the wild, free ride of life. So come on, step into this moment with me. Let's shed the old, embrace the bold, and sprint forward together, laughing, learning, and growing. Until we look back, breathless and bright eyed, realizing we've become the future that we once dreamed. We're literally becoming the future we once dreamed, friends. You know, I literally, like, I'm saying literally, but like actually my literallys, right? When I just started these streams, I had like journals and stuff where I would write down all of the things, even before, technically, even before I started these streams, way before. We went into the whole journaling and manifesting thing. And I manifested and journaled what I wanted my future to be. And I mean, I might not be financially, relatively speaking, as sovereign and free as I might have been hoping, manifesting I would be. But all of the other things, right? All of the things that need to happen, right? That's more important in that way has happened, right? The love that's true, the way we've shown up, the connections we've been allowed to make, the role we've been allowed to play. We're literally already in the future, depending on which part you compare yourself with. It's nice being here with you, friends. Melt, I agree with John. In my opinion, your daily poem writing has really made a difference in the quality of your poems. Yes. Nancy and John, dear friends, like I feel, just because it's worth the disclaimer, I do use technology to help me with my poetry. The flowers are all me, I can proudly say, right? But I do have help when it comes to the poetry. However, every piece of poetry has to come through me, right, into that space. And the more time I've spent, like, for example, right, let's do this. Let's do this, right? Because at one point, it was all me. Like, I would have no help with the poetry because I started writing the poems before language models were like readily available the way they are right now. So let's start from oldest to newest and we apply. And then we can like go down this rabbit hole and see these pieces. Right? There's the first one ever, second one ever, third one ever, fourth one ever, fifth one ever. And these ones were still very much like basics. I held on to essentially nothing. Like I basically let you know I let you just know we talked about what the future holds. Maybe it holds aliens. Maybe it holds cool ways to experience art. That was like it. That was like the information that I shared. And then, at what point did I start writing poems? Today. All of these are still just me being like, yeah, today we talked about this. And then at some point, I got tired. with the format of today we talked about, right? So I felt, what is a better way for me to convey what we talked about? And then it kind of like dawned on me that poetry is one way that we communicate, right? And like these were like one of the first precursor ones. This was February of 2022, and it goes, today we talked about fractals. We talked about cractals. The fractaling cracks in life, in personality, in behavior. It was a hard stream talking about the things that break us in life, but we kept acknowledging that we can be whole after all the cracks. Right? It already feels like it's kind of like moving towards a little bit more of a like a melodic canter. Today we talked about. At some point, we're gonna just, oh, trust yourself. I can feel change happening. It's cool to have all of this history, right? I'm like in the year 2022 right now. The version of Melt that made these works of art. That's a long time ago. Yeah, there's so much arts. Today we said everything. Today we talked. Today we talked. Today we had a stream of the homies. Today we talked. Come on, where's the first poem? Where's the very first poem? I want to see it. It can't be that far away anymore. Today we talked. Thank you, friends. Talked about getting man. Talk. Hey, yeah. You see, here I started breaking. Here I started breaking pattern. So I like patterns. I'm obsessed with them, in fact. So you'll see, like literally, I start every sentence. Today we, today we. And there was like a reason for that. Like, yes, I'm doing this on purpose because that's what we today did. And then it broke and it started with, gratitude is one of the most powerful energies we can muster. But interestingly, it seems the more people have, the more they take for granted. So stuck in finding the things that we don't have that we forget to see what there is to be grateful for right now. Notice and thank today all Notice and thank today for, I guess, all the things that you take for granted. Your home, energy, food, water, and warmth. Acknowledge deeply what you have, live in that gratitude, and become a beacon for more. And then in moments you find yourself realizing you're changing, inspired by a line. Separation is one of the things that causes suffering. So there's definitely a mode shift that's happening here. And it's almost like I'm leaning closer and closer towards a form of poetry, giving something. Patience pays, don't let go of yourself in a moment of anger. Being happy for others is not easy. Okay, we're getting there. We live in the world. Not the first poem yet. Be enough, right? These are new to me too. These are new to me technically too, right? Like the version of me that made all of these, that wrote all of these words, no longer exists. That version of me is long dead. That's right, you're the kernels, true. Well, man, just wow. The universe is something amazing and special. This moment feels so special. The universe wanted me here for this moment. Let's keep growing together and manifesting our future. Yeah, John. Like, I hope to even read you a poem with that in mind. I want to read you the very. Oh, this one feels like it might be it. Okay, this one seems before. It's not the poem just yet. You can see it goes, place importance on you, not from a place of ego or expectation, but from a place of self love. This deep love for yourself will automatically melt into all other aspects of your life, allowing you to eat well, move, and relax with the intention of health and wellness. Place importance on taking care of you. It will always be a good investment. Intimate strain. And then I feel like this might be the first poem. This is my first poem I ever wrote for a flower. And it goes, we live in the 21st century weirdness, and there is more still in store. So many shiny toys to gawk at and adore. So many experiences for which your family you could ignore. To find gratitude for the small and the large, realizing that of your perception you are in charge. Making things easier can make things hard. Always remember from where we. The fact that that's the first poem I freaking wrote, that melts me. Come on, dude. Because, like, that's not a poem yet. That's not a poem yet. That's still not a poem yet. I'm still just like fucking writing whole sentences. That's the first poem? Reminding me to remember, reminding me to remember where I started from. Jeez. This feels like full circle vibes. I want to read it again. We live in the 21st century weirdness, and there is more still in store. So many shiny toys to gawk at and adore. So many experiences for which your family you could ignore. To find gratitude for the small and the large, realizing that of your perception you are in charge. Making things easier can make things hard. Always remember from where we start. The poem the day after that was called Distractions, Distractions. It's so hard to get traction on personal projects and hobbies to boot. How clever and deep the internet is to give you a tailored forever sleep kiss. So wake up, don't be distracted now. We'll all make it in love. This is my solemn vow. The everything, everywhere, and your tiny fraction, all it requires is your loving action. And very short and sweet. Very short and sweet poems. That was the second poem I wrote. Poem number 3. I wanna like favorite this one as well. How do I do that? I can like it myself. I can add tags to it. Nay, I can't add tags to it like this. No, I don't think it likes that. Poem 3. Not a poem. Poem 4. Not a poem. You see, I go back to writing sentences. So I wasn't sold on the whole poetry thing because it was hard. Surprise, surprise. I like the first one, right? Me too. This is the third poem we ever wrote. And then I think it's about fractals. It goes, seeing fractals are nice, but realize. No, I need to start over. Seeing fractals are nice, but realization. Seeing fractals is nice, but realization is the spice. How loving action makes what understanding knows it takes. No more fear and angst for us, for in each other we can trust, and if we are to survive, we might as well go and thrive. Here you are, now alive. Continue to live a happy life. Hey, Kiefer. Hey, bro. It's nice having you here. We're going down memory lane, dude. This is the third poem I ever wrote for my Patreon. And we're talking about how the poems have changed into being a lot more expansive. Maybe even too expansive in some ways. Maybe I need to bring it back to being like short and simple like that. Part of me does want to give them a little save. So I will do so. I mean, they're mine, but I want to put them in a text file so I can manipulate them. I can use these nodes of information to my advantage. I can leverage this capacity into something differently. I'm gonna get these ones too. Distractions, distractions. It's so hard to get tractions on personal projects and hobbies to boot. I remember that poem. I remember being very happy with myself after writing it. Distractions, distractions. It's so hard to get traction on personal projects and hobbies to boot. How clever and deep the internet is to give you a forever tailored sleep kiss. So wake up, don't be distracted now. We'll all make it in love. This is my solemn vow. The everything, everywhere, and your tiny fraction. All it requires is your loving action. Yeah, maniacally laughs with me. What are we maniacally laughing at? We're maniacally laughing. Oh, yeah, I'll put these in a text file and then I'll use them as teaching materials. Yes, 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 yes. Let's see, poem number 4. And then I went back to just like writing. This one feels like a little bit more like I'm trying. Hands up, who's here? This one is cringe. Come on, loving action. Yeah, 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 yeah. What was the date? You wrote that one? The loving action one? Um, how loving action makes what understanding knows it takes. 23rd of September, the year 2022. Oh, a while ago now. Some time has passed since that version of me wrote those words. And I forgot technically until like reading it just now again. Layers on layers on layers on you. Versions. I need to start over again. Like I get myself almost caught up. But these ones feel very cool. They feel very different to what I'm doing now. And I feel like the fact that I felt they were too similar and changed made me change so much that I never came back to writing like this. Layers on layers on layers on you. Previous versions of you in ages, occupations, the things you like to do. None of them gone, yet none of them true. You have a chance this moment to pursue. Supported by all other moments you steer, free and whole, unburdened by fear, into the deepest, hottest part of your sun. See your light is the ultimate fun. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Your light is what you're here for, after all. It's the thing that shined. The thing that shined is brightest. Not a poem. Not a poem. I'll read poem 5 and 6 as well, and then I'll be done. And then we'll maybe like read the most recent ones. Not a poem. Not a poem. Not a poem. This one also doesn't feel like a poem technically, but it goes, being unstoppable and yet we stop ourselves. Always conscious, always moving through the infinite, and yet we get stuck telling ourselves stories of separation again. Stopping ourselves from being fully present, stopping ourselves from enjoying the moment of the movement of the moment. Yeah, not a poem at all. We'll look for one more poem, and then I'll move on to the more modern ones. Also, not a poem. Not a poem. not a poem. Not a poem. Mm, no, not a poem. Not a poem. Also not a poem. Yay! Found one again. That took a while. Only the 19th of October 2022 I wrote a poem again. I have to stair step the difficulty of a task, stepping for when my brain to get there without falling on my face. I feel like that right now, bro. I get it. I feel like I'm falling on my face. Yeah. This piece. Fighting feelings for other feelings, keeping us stuck, yet forever reeling, so concerned with how it is that we can't enjoy the moment's bliss. How blessed are we to feel it all, to transcend ourselves or hit a wall. All we are is here and now. To every feeling we humbly bow. These poems are so like cute. That's the only way I can really articulate them. It's like, oh, that's cute. It's a pretty cute poem you had there. Fighting feelings for other feelings keeps us stuck, yet forever reeling. So concerned with how it is that we can't enjoy the moment's bliss. How blessed we are to feel it all, to transcend ourselves or hit the wall. All we are is here and now. To every feeling, we humbly bow. I'll do one more. Like, this is 2022 Melt. This is the version of Melt that was doing this now for 2 years at that point, right? He was just, he like got into it. He got into the part of like doing this, and then he was like, I need to do more. Oh, I need to do more, otherwise I'm gonna die. Totally joking. Totally joking. And then we'll do this one. I did mention I want to do one. Ah, Clint. Clint was actually commenting on this one. Nice. All right. Is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it true? These are the questions to ask before you say or do. How easy to say something so painful that it keeps in the mind for a day full. Fighting battles with imaginary foes, creating for ourselves, ever dropping lows. Let go and embrace the light of truth. Know that your life will be living proof. I have not written poetry like this in so long. It's stark to me how differently I wrote back then. Felt very matter of fact, right? Like, yo. I one more. I'll do one more. I promise. And then I'll read a few modern ones. Only you can choose who you want to be. We live in a world that seems to be said and done. Being told how to do things. This is not a poem at all. I'll stop reading it right now. Not a poem. Not a poem. And not a poem either. And this one isn't a poem. And also not this one. And this one isn't. Hey, that one definitely is. One more. Love this melty. Maybe I can set music and build a song. Louisiana commented that. Love to her. Oh, the center. At. Let's start that over. At the center of us all in the darkened night burns an infinite sun, shining in all directions, the only approach. Your light and your love is what really matters. There is power in unity. This is why we gather. Yeah, I like this one too. Again, matter of fact. It's like it gets to the point, and then the point has been gotten. Where I feel the poetry that comes out with the flowers these days are a lot more, I want to say almost like experiential. Like there's a lot more there for you to go through, right? You get to like be in the poem longer. Where these poems, like before you know it, it's over. Seems a little weird in a good way to me today, sitting here, knowing that I've been following your streams for years. It's true, Nancy. Like this didn't happen accidentally. We had to like show up for this experience to exist the way that it does. Let me let me do it a let me do it a thing, and then I'll do some of the more recent ones. I really did like this one, evolving to handle the light. In the quiet pulse of existence, evolution whispers in every breath, a slow, relentless unfolding of what we are and what we might yet become. There is a tenderness in our growth, even when it arrives cloaked in pain, a reminder that transformation, no matter how uncomfortable, is the art of not surrendering. Our bodies, our hearts, our minds carry the marks of ancient struggles, the scars of a past where each moment was a battle against the odds, and each small victory a seed for tomorrow's resilience. In the ever changing dance, we find strength in our persistence, in the quiet defiance of the worn and weary, for every ache is a stepping stone to a deeper, wiser self. Let your discomfort be a gentle guide, a nudge that evolution is at work, a soft urging to rise, to keep moving forward, transforming pain into the poetry of an unyielding spirit, ever reaching towards the light. Yeah, 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 yeah. I did like this one too. How's a matter of fact? I don't get that. Maybe I don't either. Maybe I'm using it incorrectly. A long stream today, sweet river coon. I don't know if you saw, but Jovan gave like a little idea to my mind that you, being River Coon, it's almost like a vigilante. And then we had to go and create you as a vigilante. So there you are as River Coon. River Coon and Contoons. That's one of them. Here's another one. And then here's one with Contoons being an otter instead of a rabbit. Parasocial, parasocial, parasocial. I think if you say it like you missed one of the L's, then I can like climb through the screen and come inside your world. But you missed the L, so my secret powers doesn't. Bro, everything is parasocial at this point. So cute. Love is true. Okay. Fractal Carnival, another poem. Twisting. A soft murmur of pixel dreams, flashes, fractals spill. Like laughter over circuits, a kaleidoscopic wink at tomorrow. In this digital swirl, no line stands still. Each bend, each burst of color splits into 100 playful echoes, a never-ending parade of tiny revelations. We drift between moments, a pause, a leap, a spontaneous jig. In the ether where chaos hums its own quirky melody, in every spiral is a secret smile. Here, time flexes in loops, whispering, ride the waves, feel the joyous jitter of endless possibility. For even in a world made of code and light, hope comes with every change. So cute. So many haps to see. Dude, those are cute. Strangely enough, I just met Bunny recently. You met Bunny? You met a Bunny? A Bunny? I told her I was a coon critter, and she asked me what I thought she was. Bunny was my first thought. I love the Cinco too. I mean, that Bunno critter, I even sent you that photo on your direct message on Discord. looks kind of feminine, relatively speaking, of course. I love the synchros. I love you, bro. We'll read two more. I really like this one too. The Great Cosmic Sway. Life's a big wobbly seesaw, rocking between light and dark, loud and quiet, chaos and calm. And there you are, right in the middle, feet dangling, swaying in the rhythm, deciding which way to lean. Want more joy? Sprinkle it like salt. More kindness, pour it like a long, slow cup of tea. More peace, breathe it in, breathe it out. Let it ripple past you and catch the next breeze. And here's the thing. When you lean into what you want more of, you become it. You tip the balance, you choose the gap, you are the bridge, the steady hand, and the sway, the thread that weaves it all together. We aren't here to fix the world. Of it we need. You being here makes the world a better place, dear friends. Significantly so. The vast browser of our minds. I did like this one too. Helpful hands. I like this one more. I'll read both. Infinite tabs and helpful hands. I think helpful hands is my favorite one of the month. Infinite tabs. A playful debug. And I saved the baby bunny this morning. She was wrapped up in some kind of string, and it was strangling the little nugget. I snipped the string and sent her back to mama. More bunny fractals. Thank you, Rivercoon. Bunnies have been part of my last few days. The fact that it automatically assigned. I didn't tell it, by the way. I just said Rivercoon and Contoons. That's the only context I gave it, and I told the AI that you're vigilantes, and it automatically auto-generated all of the animals. So I didn't even tell it to. It knew, right? In its own techno brain, it could synchronize. In the vast browser of our mind, thoughts flicker like endless pages, each a whisper of unfinished dreams. We click close, intending on tidying up, only for new tabs to pop up, winking with mischief, as to say, not so fast. Some tabs hum with the glow of moments remembered, others flicker like mischievous pixels inviting exploration of uncharted bites. In the whimsical interface of ideas, the more we declutter, the more surprises emerge. A delightful dance of open and closed, click and refresh. So take a breath and let the chaos play, for in these digital echoes, every stray tab holds a secret somewhere. Embrace the delightful mess of an ever-expanding, fascinating plane where closing one tab opens portals to new adventures again. Stay tuned for more raccoons rescues. Yo, I'm a vigilante. Hello again. You didn't see Contoons? You should let us know what your favorite animal is, and then I'll let you know that it's too late. But when you and like when Rivercoon and Contoons was like so close in proximity, I was like, hey, language model, give me vigilante Contoons and Rivercoons, and that's what you became. I hope you like rabbits, bro. This was the second one it made. I didn't see the pic, I just heard it. But I felt if you had to resonate with something, you might be like a more of an otter person. You give me otter vibes, Connor. And I was like, yeah, if Connor was an otter, boom. Contoons and Rivercoon. Making all of them critters in the world's days better by making some giggles. Tunes, I'm glad you saw that. Me. This is ChatGPT. They have a model called DALI that's pretty much built in, and you essentially get to talk. You get just have a conversation with like Picasso. You can even go like, "Hey, pretend you're Picasso," and I'm gonna now talk to you, and then you paint what I say, and you can do that too. Here I am again. One more poem, okay? No, two more. Two more poems. Fine, just two more. I'll read you Helpful Hands and then a coin of appreciation because I really like a coin of appreciation too. Stop looking at me. There we go. My favorite animal is a lemur, so close enough. Otter is my second. Okay. Lemur. Hey Google, what's a lemur? Ah, okay, no. I first actually thought um and what do you call those slinky cats? Also type of rodent. Ferrets. I first had like ferret in mind. And then I was like, no, it's more otter. But lemurs are pretty cool too. Not exactly ferrets though. Love is true. Helping hands. Helpful hands. This is one of my favorites too. There is a kind. No, I'm gonna start over. I wanted to like get my microphone closer to my face, and then I was like getting myself caught up. There is a quiet kind of power in giving, a glow that starts deep, warms the ribs, spills out through the fingertips, holding the door, sharing a smile, offering time like it's endless, not because you have to. Not about medals, not about credit, it's about the way the world shifts. When you choose to show up, when you make someone's day lighter, smoother, warmer. Helping isn't weight, it's lift. It's turning minutes into meaning, small gestures into echoes, one kindness into a ripple that never stops moving. To serve, to care, to give. That's the real honor. Not a duty, not a chore, but the best way to spend a life. Yeah, Vigilante Coon Tails and his lively lemur companion. Like I can even go like that's super awesome, and I really like the photo that you made me. Can you give me like a short little tale of Vigilante Coon and his lively lemur companion? Uh, make it short enough so we can just like have a little laugh about this fun story. Don't go too deep with it. Fighting off the negativity and corruption of confusion. Yeah, I could watch otters be otters all day. Sames. I saw a video recently, Joe, that you're saying this, where a person has an otter and then they just like roll their window down, and then that otter peers over the window, and they'll like stop next to a person on their bike, and then they'll roll their window down, and this little otter just interacting with that person makes their day better. Hmm. What? It's writing me a short story. We're gonna read the short story soon. It's okay. I don't know if this is gonna be good, but I'll read one more poem and then I'll read the short story. Okay. The tab in the back of my head. A coin of appreciation. You don't need a fortune to make someone feel rich. A coin of appreciation flipped just right lands head up in their heart, shiny, simple, worth more than gold. A nod, that's currency. A hey, I see you, straight up treasure. A laugh at their bad joke, jackpot. It's wild how little it takes. A spare second, a spare word, a tossed like a lucky penny into someone's day, and boom, whole mood shifts, whole world tilts. You don't gotta buy a castle, just build a moment. Spend your kindness like it's free because it is. Yet, it makes people feel priceless. And then back at work. Love you, Connor. Was nice having yours here for now. I'm gonna read you a short story. What? Did this thing break? No. The short story goes as such. Feels like it's feels like it might be a stereotyping story, but Vigilante Kun and the Lively Lemur. The case of the missing mangoes. No, you. I just want to tell Jo that we love her. No, you. Vigilante Kun. On a warm moonlit night, River Kun, that's why, River Kun, clad in his sleek black cape, perched dramatically on a rooftop surveying the bustling market below. Beside him, his lively lemur companion, Zuzu, it's called, but Khantun is the real name. Zuzu is just his alias, of course. Yee, they make the cutest squeaking noises and use their hands all human like. I like them, it's true. They really are adorable. I don't know if I want one in my house though. I want one in my house, but I don't know if I want one in my house from the ethical perspective of like, is that good for them? Are they going to be fulfilled living in a human house when they're supposed to be out there in the world with their kind or whatever? But yeah, okay, this short story. I'll supplement in Zuzu is the alias, of course, of Khantun's. Yes, of course. His lemur companion Zuzu was already munching on a stolen banana. Zuzu, River Coon sighed. We are here to stop crime, not commit it. Zuzu gave an innocent shrug. Technically, I found it unattended. Their mission to solve the case of the missing mangoes, a heinous crime that left the city's fruit vendors in despair. With a swift leap, they landed near Old Man Ravi's stall, where he wept in his empty crates. Sir, fear not, River Coon declared, justice will be served. It was a band of squirrels, Ravi wailed. They took everything. Zazu gasped. Squirrel? Organized crime? We are in deep. Of course, the squirrels are into organized crime. Freaking organized criminals. Like, and I love how River Coon actually does have like a whole fractal with the squirrels too. So it feels extra synchronous, right, River? The Dio tracked the miscellaneous, tracked the mischievous mango thieves to a nearby tree where a dozen guilty ass looking squirrels lounged on mango peels, rubbing their stuffed little bellies. River Coon pointed dramatically, saying, Squirrels! Surrender the mangoes and no one gets hurt. The squirrels, unfazed, tossed the mango pit at his forehead. All right, River Coon said. Plan B. Zazu pulled out his secret weapon. It's gonna go like kind of normal where it goes a single perfectly ripe banana, but for some reason my mind just like supplemented. Zazu pulls out his secret weapon, an ARPG. That's like a shoulder mounted rocket missile, a missile launcher. Just like Zazu pulls out his secret weapon, an ARPG. He waved it in the air like a golden ticket. The squirrels froze. It's actually a perfectly ripe banana. In a flash, the lemur hurled the banana across the street. The squirrels, hypnotized, dashed after it with their tiny lives depend on it. Victory. They returned the last remaining mango to Old Man Ravi, even though Zazu definitely wanted to keep it. As the old man cheered, River Kun placed his hand on his hips. Ah, another crisis averted. Thanks to Vigilante River Kun and Zazu, the lively lemur. They are nodded like, ah, yes. And we also learned a valuable lesson. And River Kun goes like, and that is, squirrels will do anything for a banana. Kind of like fell flat there at the end, but I mean, stories were stories. Squirrels, those fat little things, rubbing their fat little bellies. Freaking squirrels. Yeah, I don't know which part of that was redeemable. I think the part where I supplemented, he takes out his secret weapon, an RPG. Is it an ARPG or is it just RPG? I'm gonna search ARPG. Yeah. No, an ARPG is an action playing role game, but just an RPG is a missile launcher. Yes, he takes out a RPG. Yes, this is what I imagine. I don't know why, but like literally instantly, my brain just automatically supplemented. I'm like, ah, yes, the squirrels. The squirrels didn't want to give him the mango back, and then the lemur whips out one of these. Why is that funny to me? I've concluded there's something wrong with me. The squirrels, they would. They totally would. Squirrels ain't got no chill, ain't got no respect. Do I have any other image models? I don't think so. I can ask Google, I think, technically. Let's see. Where is my Gemini? A Gemini? Oh, I don't have Gemini on my device. Figures? Do I have to open in a browser account like a normie? Yeah, alas. Ask Gemini. This is purely for comedic relief, but can you please depict a lemur brandishing an RPG missile launcher at squirrels who stole a bunch of bananas? I mean, mangoes, technically. I think Jovan, for all the silliness as well, she made me laugh. Jovan adds so much to this space always. Like it was her that gave us this whole rabbit hole of going down the vigilante thing, and we've been streaming for an hour and a half because of it. I think I've been like time dilated. My medication definitely kicked in. Yeah, I don't know if Google's is as good, but we got kind of what we asked for. Yes, the lemur brandishing its RPG at the mango stealing squirrels. Nice. I don't know why it made the RPG attached to a rifle, but I'll let it pass. I think I got to see enough. I love you, friends. We spent a lot more time here than I actually thought we were gonna. Like I was ready to stop the stream at like 30 minutes because I felt extra like, ugh. And then suddenly new wind came. My pain medication started working, and I stopped feeling as much of it. I'm happy to have shared all of the good that I can in this space with you friends today. See you again tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Love ya.